Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. Today we're looking at our rogue, which is the poison trap mid-game meta build. So we won't do a build guide here in the video. We're just going to link in the description the exact build from d4builds.gg. So not even my variant, but we'll link the mid-game poison trap rogue guide because I have basically that full setup. And then we're going to go ahead and do a Nightmare Dungeon. So this is our guy after getting to Nightmare, doing a few Hell Tides, and then at level 52 or 53 we unlocked Torment as well. But we're just going to play in Nightmare for a little bit longer and try and grind our equipment up. So we've got a Nightmare Dungeon open, so let's run over here. And then this Nightmare Dungeon should be, I think, exactly 10 levels ahead of us, or right about there. So we're at 54, and we'll see what the monsters are at. We want the monsters to be 64 plus. They're 65, which is perfect. Okay, we gotta mix in our mobility skills a little bit better. We're still playing with the early game heart that gives the poison trap a taunt. I still like that quite a bit. And then basically going in and out of the mob is actually good. It's just hard to tell when you're fighting enemies at your level exactly what you need to do to make this build work well, but when you're fighting slightly harder monsters, it's a little easier to understand where the damage is coming from. We had a bit of a invisible wall there for a second. The Rogue has some funny movement feel, like almost like you're playing Smash Brothers and doing moonwalking, if you know what that is, when you start really sliding around. Uh-oh. Okay. I mean, the gameplay is definitely harder than War 1 Barbarian, obviously. Okay, I wouldn't say this is difficult at all. It's just more the rogue playstyle that slows it down a little bit. Not that it's slow, it's that I'm playing it slow. Because I'm more accustomed to the whirlwind playstyle. Basically, I'm not trusting to constantly run away from the mobs and trusting that the dancing blades will always catch back up to them. That would be the main playstyle adjustment, which is to just always be running away from stuff. But basically everything we're doing should be like poison or trap related, vulnerable damage type stuff, so like do more vulnerable damage to stuff that's in the traps, things like that. This is like the equivalent of doing Magic the Gathering net deck. Like, I still don't fully understand how this build operates. What I need to be doing is paying more attention to my combo points, because I specifically added expectant to try to make me more disciplined about it. Maybe I should try just walking through the mobs. I mean, I can certainly group them up if I want to. Okay, I'll listen back there. I need to at least try to do my expected combo better. I'll just pick up the items for the sell value. Just let him poison out there. That was good. The boss damage is definitely pretty decent. I gotta start using exploit too. I don't think I'm using it. I'm really not using my Paragon board at all. Yeah, I put increased trap radius on here. I don't need that. I'll show the Paragon board system real quick while I'm in here. So basically that's the fully reset board. That's how many points I have. And this is the glyphs that I can choose from. And before going into the next difficulty, Torment, you really want to pick up all your glyphs first and then start leveling them seriously. I'm not going to go through all these, but some of the abilities on these are really important, and Exploit is one that's basically important for any build, because what it's doing is it's giving you first touch vulnerable, and that'll stop working, I think, when you switch to the Barber Malignant Heart for this season, which is considered the best one. It does some stuff with on-hit effects that make it annoying, but since I don't have that, Exploit is still like the best one. And then in the Paragon board itself, you attach other boards to it, so each class gets 8 boards. And then you can basically attach and rotate the boards. And then after the starting board, which just has the gate at the top, all the other boards have 4 gates, and basically what you're always doing is going from the gate to the socket to the other gate, and then picking up any rare or legendaries that you think you need. All the gray is just pathing, and then the yellows are always surrounded by complementary blues. So if this yellow says core skill damage and basic skill damage, then the blues next to it are going to be core skill damage and basic skill damage. So basic skill damage and core skill damage. And that's how all of them work. So you just look at the yellow. Now, inside the socket, it can be different. So this is core skill damage and dex. This is armor and dex. So sometimes you get stuff like that, where it's like it's either strength or intelligence when it's around the socket. And then, I guess it's only going to be one of these. So it's the main one, armor, and then it's probably core skill damage. Yeah. So around the socket is also magic nodes for stats. That even applies on the starting board. But then anywhere else, the rare tells you what the magics are. So this is damage and max life, and that's damage and max life. So only the socket's the exception. So basically every time you attach a board, you're looking to cut from gate to gate, going through the socket, and then picking up any rare or legendary that you need. So that's basically all you need to know how to do this. And then you can keep on snapping on boards, but you're just trying to snake through it, kind of like snake to here, and then snake through to here, and then like snake through to there or something like that. So you're always like trying to zigzag through the socket. It's not complicated. And then for the starter board, you're basically going through either the power or the max life node, and then to the socket, and then filling in what you need. So we want all the decks around the socket. So we can go. I think I usually go through the max life side. Oh no, this is Rezal and max life. It's different for Rogue than it is for Barbarian. So on the Rogue side, this is definitely the better side. And then we basically go straight to the socket, and then put the gem in the socket, or the glyph in the socket, and then now we can see what the glyph radius is, and it'll get a bonus at 15, and the thing will take up the whole, like it'll take up all of this, so the red will extend out 1, right, so it'll go like that. But for now, what we need to do is get the 25 strength requirement for this, which will be pretty easy actually. So we can get 10, 10, and then, yeah, exactly. We have 5 here. So literally just going like that. Oh no, confused with the Barbarian again. Actually, I think this one doesn't have strength in it, right? So that's 1. 2, 3. Yeah, exactly. So until exploit is leveled up, we can't actually enable the bonus there. That's an interesting difference between the barbarian and the rogue. is you can get exploit early in the board. Here you have to level it up. So I guess that's why we were using the trap one. So basically what's going on here is because the three stats that we care about are strength, int, and dex. We don't care about willpower. This socket won't work with strength, but we had it working with intelligence. So the socket will work with intelligence or dexterity for low levels, which means any of these that are... oh no, because dex is also 40. So literally right now I can only use this on intelligence based glyphs. And this is why it's important to level them up. So I can choose infusion. So this is like martial. If you have multiple imbuements, you would take this because the sequencing of the imbuements would reduce the cooldown of another imbuement. So that's good if you have exactly 2, because then the random becomes deterministic. Sticks. This is what I was using, snare, trying to increase trap radius. Oh, poison damage effects last longer? That's pretty good, actually. I'll switch to that. Okay, and then now I have to get intelligence. So then you go like this. You look for where the intelligence is. There's 2 there. And then I can go like that. And then this should be activated with 27 out of 25, which is as much as it can be right now, which is good. And then I've got 5 more points on this board, so I can go like... I can get the rares. Because like right now, it's not worth it to try and escape the board, necessarily. The other thing you could do is like look at what the fully filled intelligence would be. So like you would want that node and that node. And then you can go like that. And then when this gets leveled up, the bonus would improve. So this is 10.7 damage to poisoned, and then as you level this up, and then keep that intelligence bonus fully up. So like the radius gets bigger, and then it picks up that +7, and it picks up that +5. So it's picking up another 12, so it'll go to 39 out of 25 intelligence. And the percent damage to poison, the +10.7 would go up. It'll go up as you level the glyph, and it'll go up when the intelligence purchase within range goes up. So under there, for every 5 intelligence purchase within range, you deal +2%. That +2% rises as you level the glyph, and then you just read that, so every 5. So it goes up to 39, so I guess it's just one short of ticking, unless it's based on... it might be based on... like not actually 5, you know. Like that, like you might be getting the +2 that you're over, or whatever it is, if you're over 2 or 4, whatever it is. Alright, anyway, got a little rambly at the end there, but that's basically what the mid-game rogue looks like. I don't think I'm playing the build particularly well yet. You need to be flowing through the enemy packs a little more smoothly, but I'm also, like, what level am I at? Yeah, I'm 55, so like I'm fresh into Nightmare difficulty as well, and I already unlocked Torment difficulty doing the level 70 capstone with a buddy of mine, who at the time was like a 58 Sork, who was an experienced Ice Shard Sork already, so his second round of Ice Shard Sorking, so he was pretty competent at it, and we beat Elias. And then yeah, I'm just going to farm up in Nightmare till at least 60, and then switch over to Torment. So, alright guys, thanks for watching.